So, as everybody knows, Jonathan Majors was arrested last week, last Saturday, for an alleged assault and some other charges. And I'm using that word alleged because it's important. There have been some people on social media and everything else that have a tendency to rush to judgment. And I want to be explicitly clear about all this stuff and everything else. So here comes the piece from Variety. And so it says an attorney for Jonathan Majors released text messages on Thursday that he claims came from the woman who's accusing him of assaulting, in which, excuse me, she appears to blame for the fight. According to the messages, which has not been independently verified, the woman wrote Majors after saying that I told them it wasn't my fault for trying to grab your phone. She also said that she was, quote, angry that Majors had been arrested, and she had made it very clear that the charges did not have her blessing. I reiterated how this was not an attack, the woman allegedly wrote. The person who sent the text messages also indicated that she had, quote, injuries and that were in a fight, end quote. A representative for the Manhattan DA said, "We have an active and ongoing investigation but cannot comment any further." Majors was arrested over the weekend in Manhattan and charged with assault and harassment following a 30 following a domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman, according to authorities. After New York police responded on Saturday to a 911 call at an apartment in Chelsea, Majors was taken into custody without incident. The unnamed victim was later taken to a hospital with, quote, minor injuries to her head and neck, end quote, according to authorities. Mr. Majors completely denies assaulting the woman, his criminal defense lawyer said in a Thursday statement. She also alleged that it was Majors who called 911. The police who the police arrived with paramedics as is standard procedure and arrested Mr. Majors due to an NYPD protocol requiring arrests in certain circumstances, he said. She also disavowed any allegations that he did anything wrong to her and confirmed that Mr. Majors called 911 because of her mental condition. In three sets of text messages provided by the lawyer and redacted to protect the woman's privacy, the woman allegedly wrote, now I'm going to read you the messages verbatim. Please let me know that you're okay with this. They've assured me that you will not be charged. They have said that they had to arrest you as due to protocol when they saw the injuries on me and they knew we were in a fight. I'm so angry that they did, and I'm so sorry you're in this position. We'll make sure nothing happens about this. I told him it was my fault for trying to grab your phone. I only just got out of the hospital. Call me when you're out. I love you. In a follow up text message, which was sent a few hours later, she says, they just called me again to check on me, and I reiterated how this was not an attack, and they do not have my blessing for any charges being placed. I read the paper they gave me about strangulation, and I said point blank that this did not occur and should be removed immediately. The judge is definitely going to be told about this. She ensured this to me. I know you have the best team and there's nothing to worry about, and I just want you to know that I'm doing all I can on my end. I also said, tell the judge that to know the origin of the call was to do with me collapsing and passing out, and your worry is my partner due to the communication prior. Out of care, she promised all would be relayed. The lawyer previously had said there's evidence clearing Mr. Majors. A representative for Majors denied the allegations that Majors was released from custody on Saturday night. He has done nothing wrong, his publicist told Variety. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. Majors, an Emmy nominated actor for HBO's Lovecraft Country, recently appeared in Creed 3 and Ant-Man Quantumania. He received acclaim for Magazine Dreams, which is premiered at Sundance and was acquired by Searchlight and is due to premiere on December 8th. Okay, let's talk about this because this is important. Um, the fact is that this happened, right? This happened, and the police were called, which is never a good thing. That being said, we don't know what the substance of the calls, the 911 call was. We don't know what the video is showing. We don't know any of that. All of that being said, I think we have to take a step back, and I think we have to re-examine what we know. Okay? We know that there was an assault, alleged assault. I have to keep reiterating that explicitly. We know that there was an alleged assault. We know that there were injuries to her neck area. Okay? We know that there was a 911 phone call, and we know that he was arrested and charged. All that being said, I think we have to wait for more evidence to come out. Okay? And I want to just touch upon one more thing, because she said that, you know, well, I don't have my blessing for the charges. It doesn't matter. Okay? When it comes to certain things like this, they are not going to just say, oh, do we have your blessing? No, they're just going to do it. And I think that's very important, because they need to send a message that this is not going to be tolerated. And of course, she's going to, say, you don't have my blessing and I'm going to do everything I can and everything else. I think what we have to keep in mind is the big thing is, okay, and don't forget, Jonathan Majors just, the Army just pulled that ad because they didn't want any, it was going to look bad, essentially, and any impropriety. I think we need to wait. I think we need to really understand more until what's going on. Even though she does not want the charges to be filed, they were. And I think that if he's guilty of this, that he needs to face punishment, without a doubt. If he's not guilty, okay, and this is what I want to say, if he is not guilty, we as a society, we in the entertainment community, we as a general people need to say, okay, this was a clear-cut mistake. But until that time, we cannot think that he's guilty, even though all of the evidence is presenting itself that it is. So I think we just need to take a step back, and I think we need to just relax, slow down, and figure out what's going on. Until we get more. We don't know what the video shows. And if there's a 911 call, what was on the 911 call? I'm sure the authorities have that. So let's see what happens with this. So that is the latest. And we'll see what happens. What do you guys think about the Jonathan Majors situation? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think he's innocent? Are you like myself, that you just want to, it's a wait and see approach? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.